R journey from research to rejection. I'm going to take you through chronological order of what happened and where we're at now. So, I'll start by saying I decided on an R NineT by doing lots and lots of research. I wanted something that was going to be really reliable. I decided against having too many electronic goodies. In my mind, less to go wrong with it. I wanted something that looked a certain way and was, beautiful to look at. So I eventually found the R NineT, found the 2019 models, a sweet spot in terms of some of the modern tech, but not too much of it. And I managed to find a Pollux one, which is, again, something you don't see a lot on. So I got my R NineT, brought it, got it back to the, when I saw it, got it back to my garage. It sat in the garage for a month. Get it on, turn it on and roll it around a bit and whatever. So it wasn't just sat there, but it was in my garage for a month before I managed to do my DAS, direct access course. And I passed a month later and was ecstatic to get on my dream bike. To be blunt, I fucking love the way the R NineT looks. So anyway, I jumped on the R NineT. The day we passed, we jumped on it, right? Jumped on it, had a hell of a first ride, just really, really enjoyable. And then on the way back, from a bike meet that I went to, an engine light came on. Engine light with an amber warning light on the dash. So I was panicking, I must admit, because first time I've ever owned a motorbike. Fortunately, I was just around the corner from home, so I pulled up at home, took a quick picture with my phone, turned the bike off, done what any normal person would do. I put the picture into AI and said, what the fuck, what do I do? And AI told me to switch on and off, let it wait 30 seconds, and if it's gone, it's probably just an intermittent fault and should be fine. So I did that, obviously because I'd already turned it off, went back to the bike, turned the bike back on, no fault. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to stress about it, these things happen. Rode the bike to work on Monday, totally fine. Then I rode the bike rode the bike to work again the following Tuesday. And on the way to work on a Tuesday, got same faults come up, but this time I was a bit more conscious of what was happening. So I pulled over the side of the road, and the engine was idling. It was surges up and down the rev range. So I turned it off, held it off. Took 5-10 minutes to calm down because I was quite angry, and I didn't want to speak to anyone while I was in that state. Did that, turned it off, turned it back on. The air had disappeared again. So I drove to work. So I was only around the corner from work. So I got to work somewhere safe and obviously a bit easier for the BMW assist guys to work on. So I got there, called assist. Assist came out, and the guy who came out from assist was great. He stripped the bike apart, plugged it in, had a look for some stuff, and he said he found an error code but was unable to do any more investigation because he's in a car park, right? Okay, cool. What's the next plan? He said, safe to ride, I'll book you an open slot with Lind in Welling Garden. I just want to shout at Lind because they've been really helpful for this whole process. They've helped me, been very accommodating. Anyway, so went down there, said cool, no worries, rode the bike home. Next morning, got up, rode to Lynn opening time, and got to Lynn, and they were like, no, we don't have any appointments. You're like, for God's sake, it's like, don't worry though, we'll try and accommodate you. And they were really accommodating. And they took the bike, went it through their test, and they found a corrosion on the server cable in the exhaust. I'm not really sure what that means, other than a cable in the exhaust. It's got some rust, I guess. And they applied a fix to that, so that it's fine. But they couldn't completely replace the cable because they thought it might be outside of warranty and should have been checked before I'd received the bike, or something like that. Anyway, I don't really know. So I rang up the dealer where I bought it from, Barnstormers Alton, and they were like, right, we'll get the bike. If you can't get the bike to us, we'll come get the bike. I managed to arrange for Assist to come get the bike and drop it to them. Then Assist gave me a BMW M3 for the time while I was with Eight. So, you know, it's not. This is a really good experience. It's shit, but it's a good experience at the same time. So I got an M3 for a week or so. So my bike was with them for, in the end, 12 days in Barnstormers. And the reason why I was with them for 12 days, not because it took them 12 days, was because they needed to wait for a throttle body part to come over because they found some corrosion in the throttle body. Some kind of seal had failed. During this time, they also fit some engine bars for me, so, you know, hats off to them. They were being as helpful as they could while they could be, and waiting for the throttle body, and they fitted them free of charge. So anyway, 12 days later, one BMW M3 returned, get the bike on a Thursday. Yeah, get it back on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. And it's raining, so I'm not going to go out tonight on it. I'll go out tomorrow. So I wake up Friday, jump on the bike, and I'm excited, right? You can imagine. So jump on the bike, and I get not even 2 miles down the road, and the engine light's back on, and it's idling at 4,000 revs. So pull into the nearest safe spot, which was a McDonald's just down the road, video it, and I call Barnstorm and say, what the fuck? They're like, obviously they don't know either, right? No one knows, but I'm like, what the fuck? They suggested that I try and get it into Lind, so Lind can plug it in for them because they're closer to me than Barnstormers. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll ring Lind, see if they can do that. Lind said, absolutely we can. So took the bike home, jumped back on the, made sure I arranged that with Lind, sorry. Then I jumped back on the bike, took the bike to Lind BMW in Welling Garden, plugged it in, had it for a few hours. Unfortunately, they weren't able to recreate the exact error I was talking about, but they found other things wrong with it. So a leaky cylinder head, a knocking noise, a creaky mirror, lots of different things. So even more wrong than what I was initially dealing with. And they wanted to keep it for a few days to fix, to deeper dive into it, but they would need an agreement from the other dealers to kind of cover the cost. Anyway, I rang up, took the bike home, because I couldn't leave it there next day, no way getting home, took the bike home, rang Barnstormers the next day, and Barnstormers looked, right, we're like, right, we'll sort it out. I effectively told them that I'm going to be exercising my rights, the Customer Rights Act 2015. The bike, for whatever reason, is constantly needing to be in the dealership. It's a pre-approved BMW. This isn't what I really want to be doing with my first bike. They said no worries, they come pick the bike up, they need to do their inspection, and to be fair to them, credit where credit's due, they picked the bike up and it took them I'll say 3 days at most, maybe not even 3 days. They picked the bike up, so including the time of getting it there, I reckon they had the bike about a day and then they'd issued a refund, so maybe 2 days, and really only a day of it really being in the workshop. So they spun it around really quickly and they issued me a full refund, which, really respect and grateful for the way that they handled that and made it relatively stress-free, as a stressful situation can be. So that was good. So that's where we're at. We no longer have a bike. The R NineT is gone. It's refunded. I'm sure they'll get it up and running. I have chosen my next bike. and in fact it's been delivered on Tuesday. I'm not going to tell you what bike it is, but I will give you some hints so you can think about it. It is a boxer engine. It is shaft drive. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that. That's as much as I'm going to give you. If you're still here, give me a like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. And the next video I'm likely going to try and do, me and Paula, we're going to Wing Jam in London on Saturday. So I will try and record some of that as we're going to start doing the food reviews anyway. So it'd be good to start getting some of that content out. But yeah, so that's where we're at. New Bike Tuesday. Hopefully have a video before then for you around the Wing Jam. And then sometime next week I should have a video, a bit of a bike reveal. Maybe a first ride. Maybe a bike reveal and first ride, I don't know. What do you want to see for the first new bike vid? Just a reveal or reveal and ride? Let me know in the comments. See you in a bit. Bye.